Our featured speaker is the Senior Vice President of where he has personally generated more than $1 billion in single-family home mortgages. Driven by a desire to help people reach their dreams of financial freedom and carefree life, he's enabling baby boomers to buy a home at a 50% discount and never make another payment on that home beyond the down payment. Please welcome Mr. 21st Century Reverse Mortgage himself, Rick Davis.
Thank you, Chris. So I want to talk to you about how I started at the bank. It started a long time ago to me in 2002, getting into the lending industry from the construction industry. And I knew that there was a place that could help more people with paper than watching one 2x4 go on in one house at a time. So it became a dream that I got pretty good at by mentoring from better people than myself, which is why Harvard affects me so much, because whenever I forget it's not as humble as I should be, I remember this room and I know there's just a lot more to know than I know. So thank you all. The dream I had is to help more people get into a home, and it started out with the first-time home buyers and the situation that was going, and then we had a little bit of a hiccup, I think some of you might have felt, in 2008. And as I got more and more involved in what I do, I learned that the situation was changing, because today, 21% of us are over 62. We're supposed to be 7.5, but no one understood that back in the mid-40s to 60. So we now have a bunch of things going on that AARP and the reverse mortgage people that started in 1976 with the president called Reagan. At Harvard, last time I was here, I had the good fortune of meeting a guy that was with that presidential staff in Washington at that time. He's also a Harvard grad, and he was 86 years old. He was talking to me about this program, and it was created for the baby boomer size rather than the baby boomer need, because we don't have the retirement programs that were once there by the large companies that had annuities and other things that were built into your paycheck. And most of the financial planners can explain the 401k is not enough and the Social Security is not enough. What really hit home for me is I had a loan officer come into me and ask me to take a loan in-house. We're a very small relative bank that doesn't have the capacity to hold $400 million worth of loans a year, which is what we do. So based on that, he wanted to know if I would take this loan, and I said, well, what is your credit score? Those of you that know the industry, 800 is very large. What's your down payment? 60%. I said, what's wrong? So her debt to income would have been 70% based on her passive income she was going to get. I said, let me talk to this lady. So the lady gets on the phone. I find out she's in her mid-60s. Her husband died 7 weeks ago. She's selling her house and wants to move to a different vehicle, and her house is giving her the cash. He forgot to have a financial planner. He forgot to have an insurance policy. So this is a tragic thing, and I'm trying to help the lady, but I tell her you cannot do this, because you will be in a home and you'll be eating cat food because there's no money left. So based on that idea, I remembered I was working on this program for the last 2 years, and we talked about this reverse program for her. We effectively took her down payment less, 10%, bought her a condo 2 doors away from her daughter. Her daughter's husband decided to leave a month and a half earlier, and she had 2 children and a job with not enough money in the job to pay for daycare. So the lady did not trust me at all. I know that's hard for you to believe, but she had no trust for me. I don't know if it was my slur or the speed of my speech, but we had a trust problem. We got through the whole deal, and she accepted it and was kind of happy, but didn't say much. So I thought, well, okay, maybe it's still the shock of her husband dying. Then 2 weeks later, she comes in, and I don't know how you ladies do this. She had a baby, 1 foot on front, 1 foot on the back, that was like 2 years old. That's I'm impressed by that every time I see it. So she said, I wanted to thank you. I didn't believe this was true. I thought it was all going to end until I got in the house and got the key, and I didn't have time to come and see you. But I wanted to show you why. Now I'm the daycare provider for my own grandchildren. My daughter is helping with extra money. I live like a queen, and I didn't know if I had a reason to live, and now my life is everything. That made her cry. It made me cry. It made me love this program. So I want to give you a 1 minute overtime, because I'll get in trouble. I know it'll happen, but I'll do it quick. One, I have a thing for realtors that I've been working on for 2.5 years to help people go into right-size housing so they have no steps in their house. They can sell their home and buy another one for 50% and do it on time because we put a big organization behind us to deliver a purchase price on time, which makes realtors very happy. We also have a financial program that's been approved by several different large concerns to work with and assist this part of the product that should also help those people in their long-term retirement. We're finding that their lack of money is where they don't want to be before they start having a healthy life, stop having a healthy life. 9 years later, the same funds exist on the same life expectancy of their funds. It's a big deal. And we're now building 6 houses in my town to show the program nationwide. So we are nationwide. I have a buyer's guide. I have an all-in-one guide. I have a lot of energy. I have a son that's got more. Help me get this to America. Thank you very much.